What's going on, guys? Bob Roche from RocheTechnology.com here with another unboxing, which by the way is part of that Dual Xeon SR2 build, which I'm now calling Mufasa. This is going to be the CPU cooler that I'm using for those Dual Xeons. Now obviously I have two of these, and even though it is an air cooler, do not be deceived. This air cooler is getting 5 out of 5 reviews across the board, left and right. So as you can see right here, designed for overclocking. It says up here that it does indeed support the LGA 2011 socket, but if we go ahead and we rotate this over here, it says nothing about LGA 2011. So what I'm thinking is that it is supported, but you just won't get the the clamps and whatever mechanism you need included in the box. So any kind of brackets or anything you probably will have to order separately. But I guess we'll see once we get in there. We'll have a look at the instructions and we'll go from there. So just a quick look around the box. Here's the nice picture of it. It kind of looks like this. The cooler I have is the Scythe Mugen 2. That thing is a brick. But and my cooler is no slouch either. It is pretty beefy. It does a pretty good job. But I think this is just going to absolutely blow it out of the water. So coming over here, not too much to really see here. Just different languages telling you what the product is. Nothing too interesting. Now moving to the back of the box, and I have my trusty remote here. I'll go ahead and zoom into this for you guys. So you see right here, ultimate overclocking thermal structure design, ultra powerful 12 centimeter VR fan. I'm not going to go through all this stuff. You can read it if you would like, but here are some pictures of what you're going to get in here. And actually this does look like it has some kind of a manual controller on it, which should be interesting. I want to see how that works. But as you can see here, it does come with another fan, so you can have 2 fans on there, which is going to give you some awesome cooling. Shows you what it kind of looks like on the motherboard here, and I will be detailing this more. You'll actually see me install this not once but twice in my Dual Xeon build when that does make its way to my YouTube channel. So moving over here, once again, here's just that list of all the compatible sockets and the dimensions and things like that. So I'm not going to go too in depth with that stuff, probably because I don't think you guys are really going to care all that much. So let's go ahead and break this box open. We have a thingy-me-what's-it on the bottom. I think I'm going to call that a thingy-me-what's-it from now on. But I'll go ahead and prop this box up like this. And inside the box we have something that looks a little bit like that. So here's a bunch of instructions and things. This is probably where it's going to tell you if the 2011 is included. Which, by the way, let's go ahead and have a look at this really quick here. So you can see here LGA 1366, 1156, 775, AM3, AM2 Plus, and AM2. And yeah, I'm not seeing 2011 anywhere. Then again, I'm not really seeing 1155, but I'm not sure if that's a different sort of a dimension from the 1156. I've never used an 1155 system before, but I don't see anything about 2011, so my best guess is that you will need to go out and buy those if you want to get this cooler for a 2011 system. But we'll go ahead and we'll proceed with the box here. So here we have a box of goodies within a box of goodies. So there you go, kind of like box of goodies inception going on there. So inside here we have what you would guess, all the brackets and mounting plates and things like that. So I'm probably not even going to need to use 3/4 of this stuff. But alright, so here we go. This does include its own thermal paste, so you don't need to go out and buy any Arctic Silver or anything like that. Although, I mean, Arctic Silver is not bad thermal paste, but I assume this included thermal paste will be good enough. Just some more brackets, and here is the back plate. You see right here, Thermaltake. Hopefully that can focus a little bit better. There you go. Thermaltake Intel LGA series. So there's that. And just brackets. I'm not going to go in depth with all these, but there you go. Moving all that massive junk off to the side. Further in the box, we do have another fan. This looks to be a 120mm fan. Pretty nice. And actually, yes, here is that manual controller. Go ahead and see if you can get a little close on this. So flip it right side up. Low and high. So yes, you can actually turn this. Right now it's set to low. As you see, it's rotating, and now it's set to high. So that's pretty interesting. I want to see how that affects the noise and the actual performance of the fan. But putting that off to the side, after all, it is just a fan. And to get this out of here, I think I'll just do one of these. Go ahead and flip this guy upside down like so. And we'll move the box out of here. So here we go. We have a bunch of fun within this styrofoam here. And taking this off. And here is the cooler itself. Go ahead and spin this guy around and remove it here. And as you see up top, it has those red accents. I do like that a lot. Alright, so here we have the cooler. Now this thing is a monster. My hands aren't huge, they're not tiny. Here's my hand in relation to the cooler. Definitely a good size cooler. The build quality, I do have to say, I read good reviews online, but actually holding it in my hand, it does feel that it's very well built. No problems here upon first glance and my first impressions out of the box. So up top we do have a Thermaltake logo, 5 heat pipes on each side with a total of 10. That's where the heat is going to come up off the CPU, and we have fans that are going to blow the air out. So there is one fan on here, as you can see, and we do have that other fan back here, which we're going to want it to be blowing the same way so that the air is going to flow out that direction. So we would want to mount this fan like this. So we're going to have air going one way, one direction, and probably out towards the back of the case somewhere. So like I said, since this is a dual Xeon build, I will have 2 of these within the case, so it's going to be a pretty beefy system. And I will say that if you have a small case, this probably is not going to fit, simply just because of how massive this thing is. You probably have one of these guys in your case. It's bigger than a 120mm fan, so kind of put this, if you're thinking about buying this cooler but you think your case might be a little small, then what you might want to do is, try to take a fan out and kind of stand it up on your motherboard and see if you'll have enough clearance. And you'll of course want to add a little bit because of this stuff down here. But regardless, that's just the first overview of the Thermaltake Frio. Like I said, looks to be a very nice cooler, and I've heard nothing but good things about this guy. So I guess this dual Xeon system will be the test. I'm at CPUKid on Twitter. Also be sure to check out RocheTechnology.com and at RocheTechnology on Twitter. And I hope to see you guys in my next video.